Hi friends, hope you are doing great. So today we are going to see about Cloud SQL. Cloud SQL, it is a fully managed database service that makes it easy to set up, maintain, manage and administrate your relational databases on Google Cloud Platform. We can use Cloud SQL with either MySQL or PostgreSQL SQL Server. Use cases for Cloud SQL. Cloud SQL provides a cloud-based alternative to local MySQL, PostgreSQL, and SQL Server databases. You should use Cloud SQL if you want to spend less time managing your database and more time using it. Many applications running on Compute Engine, App Engine, and other services in Google Cloud use Cloud SQL for database storage. What Cloud SQL provides? Cloud SQL offers many services so you don't have to build and maintain them yourself. You can focus on your data and let Cloud SQL handle the following operations: backups, high availability and failover, data encryption, network connectivity, storage scaling, export and import, replication, maintenance and updates, monitoring, and logging. Cloud SQL also lets you create and delete databases and database users, but it's not database administration tool. There are many database administration tools you can choose from depending on your database engine, including the following: PHP MyAdmin for MySQL, MySQL Workbench for MySQL, ToadEng for MySQL and PostgreSQL, pgadmin.org for PostgreSQL, SQL Server Management Studio for SQL Server, Visual Studio Code for SQL Server. So today we are going to see the lab now. So today we are going to do this demo, Cloud SQL demo, how to create and connect to your Cloud SQL MySQL instance and perform basic SQL operations using the Google Cloud Platform console and the MySQL client. Okay, how to do that? We are going to see these things. Let me open the console, GCP console. Let me open the console, GCP console. Okay, so I am selecting my project, then go to that Cloud SQL. So you have to go to the Cloud SQL. So here under the databases we have the Cloud SQL. Just click the Cloud SQL here. So we are going to create an instance. Just click create an instance. Okay, I am selecting MySQL. Versions we have 5.6, 5.7. Okay, so we have to give the instance ID. Choose is a permanent, use lowercase letters, numbers and hyphens. Okay, so I am giving the instance ID. It's a my instance and I am giving the password. I am giving the password as 1 second. VIRAVI. I am sorry. VIRAVI. Okay, I am giving the password as Vairavi. Okay. Okay. Then we have to create. Okay, use the default values for other fields. Just click create now. So make database version is 5.7. We have three versions 5.7, like that. We have to select the region, and zone also we have to select. Okay, let it be. I am just clicking this create now. So whatever region zone you can select as per your requirement. Then database version also you can select that one as per your requirement. So instance is being created now. So it is created now. Okay, the my instance has been created now. Successfully we have created my instance. Then we are going to connect to your instance by using the MySQL client in Cloud Shell. So still it's my instance is provisioning. Instance is being created. This may take a few minutes. While this operation is running, you may continue to view information about the instance. So connecting to your cloud SQL managed database. So connecting to your cloud SQL managed database is similar to connecting to a self-managed database. Depending on how you configure it, your cloud SQL instance will have a public IP address which can be accessed from outside of Google Cloud using the internet, or a private IP address which can only be accessed through a virtual private cloud VPC network. In addition, Cloud SQL provides different authorization options to control who is allowed to connect to your instance, such as the Cloud SQL proxy. Still it's loading, still it's being created. So I will refresh it. Okay, so let just refresh it. Let's see whether it has been created or not. It's taking time, friends. It's taking time, friends. Create Cloud SQL instance. So here you can see the connect to this instance public IP address and our project name, connection name. Under the connection name we can see our project name and service account also, it's reflecting here, and operations and logs. So we can view these things, right? This is like a dashboard for Cloud SQL instance. So here we can see the configuration: virtual CPUs 1 and memory 3.75 GB and SSD storage is 10 GB. Okay, fine. So we have successfully created the my instance now. Then we have to open the cloud shell icon. So just click this cloud shell icon, activate. We have to activate the cloud shell. It is provisioning your Google Cloud Shell machine. It will show like this only: welcome to the Cloud Shell, type help to get started. So like that only it will be. Yeah, you can see this. I am going to enlarge it for your reference. Okay, so like that only it will be: welcome to the Google Cloud Shell, type help to get started. Then I am going to at the Cloud Shell prompt, we have to connect to your Cloud SQL instance by using this command: gcloud SQL connect my instance user equal to root. Just enter this command, gcloud SQL. Just click authorize. First time I'm doing means it will come like that, authorize. We have to click that authorize. gcloud SQL connect my instance name. We have to give our instance name and -- user and equal to root. So it is allow listing your IP for incoming connection for 5 minutes. So it will take some time. So meanwhile we will wait for it. Then third steps, we have to enter our root password. Already we have given the password, so we have to enter the password. Then finally, next we have to create a database and upload the data, and we will create a SQL database on our Cloud SQL instance. Second, we will insert sample data into that guest book database, and we have to retrieve the data. Finally, we have to delete all those things. So how to do that, we are going to see. Okay, so here you can see connecting to the database with SQL user, we have to enter the password. So I am entering the password, VIRAVI. So we have to enter the correct password. See friends, now it has been changed. This prompt has been changed to MySQL now. So you can go here, and now we are going to create a database. So create database, and we have to give the database name here. So just enter this one, create database and database name. So query, okay, one row affected. So we have successfully created the database. Then we are going to insert the sample data into that guest book database. So just copy and paste it. Okay, so I have used this only. So here you can see here I have used the guest book as the database. So here create table, then here table name. Here table name is entries. Then here we have to give the variable name as guest name. Then it is a value varchar. We have to define these things, content and entry ID, not null, auto increment. Primary key, it is a entry ID, like that we have to give. So here I have created a table name. We have created the entries table, and here we have inserted 2 rows. Insert into that 2 rows, entries, guest name, content. So first is first guest I got here. Then second, insert into entries. Here also we have updated the values like second guest and me too. Then we have to enter it. So we have added successfully. Then we have to go to that where, so we are going to retrieve the data now. So select star from our table name. Okay, select star from table name. Just enter this one, select star from table name. Entries, it is a table name. Just click enter. Now you can see the output. Guest name, guest name is first guest, like second guest. Content I got here, me too. Then entry ID 1 and 2. Okay, we have successfully done that lab friends, Cloud SQL. Then we have to you can see this output like this. Okay, now what we have to do means to avoid inaccurate charges to your Google Cloud account for the resources used in this lab. So we are going to delete all those things. So go to that Cloud SQL instance page in the Cloud Console, and we have to select the my instance. To open the instance detail page, we have to select delete instance. Okay, so how to do that? So one more point we have to remember this. In the delete instance window, type my instance, then click delete to delete the instance. So we can't reuse an instance name for about 7 days after the instance is deleted. So we can't reuse the same instance. Okay, after 7 days only we can use these things. You have to understand that one friends. So here I have mentioned it also. You can't reuse an instance name for approximately 7 days after an instance is deleted. Okay, now I am going to delete those instances. So just click this one, SQL, go to that SQL, just click delete. So now we have to give the instance name, my instance. Just click delete. Now the instance has been deleted now successfully. So here also it has been deleted the instance. So now if you want, I can try this one. Okay, thanks a lot friends, have a great day. If you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel so that it will motivate me to upload more videos about Google Cloud Platform. Thanks a lot, have a great day.